Hello, hello. It's about that time again. We've got Ring Faust and Ring Honglu. Yeah, we're gonna go over Faust first because Honglu is definitely going to have more fun stuff. Huh? 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 Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay, so we're gonna have fun today, I think. Let's start with our skill 1. Okay. So, yeah. Skill 1 is a 2-coin gluttony slash skill. Gains clash power based on the number of negative effects on the target, and gains final power. Final power? But she doesn't lose SP. Why final power? There's no coin power in this kit. Oh, no. Not even here? There's not a single thing of coin power. Jesus Christ. Jeez, they must have ramped up her rolls. Okay, anyway, first coin inflicts some bleed count. Second coin inflicts defense level down and gives her defense level up for next turn. Skill 2 is an envy slash skill with 3 coins. Let's see, gains clash power based on the number of negative effects. Sorry, let me check that. Okay. Alright, we're back. She gains final power based on the bleed on the target. At X plus corpus ingredient count, consume corpus ingredient count to gain clash power and convert the final coin into unbreakable. First hit, inflict bleed count. Second hit, inflict bind. Sorry. Third hit, gain corpus ingredient count. And skill 3 is a 4-coin slash lust skill. Jesus Christ. Anyway, deal or gain final power based on the bleed. And only that. At X plus corpus ingredient count, consume up to Y corpus ingredient count to gain more final power and more damage for every X count consumed. First coin inflicts bleed potency. Second coin inflicts bind next turn. Third coin inflicts damage down next turn. Fourth coin deals more damage based on the number of negative effects and inflicts bleed count. Let's check out her defense. It's a clashable guard that on clash win inflicts bleed count and deals pierce damage equal to the bleed potency times X on that attacker. Oh, so you just proc bleed. Alright, let's check out her skill, or second set, which is the same fucking thing, but it's used for this instead. Oh, wait, no. This does not gain clash power based on the number of negative effects for skill 1-2, but it deals more damage based on the number of negative effects. Okay. Skill 2-2 does not gain the clash power, but does gain or deal more damage. It also gains haste next turn when it inflicts bind on that second coin. But other than that, it seems to be the same fucking thing. And skill 3-2 is actually different. On use, deal more damage for every X excess attack weight beyond the number of actual targets. On use, gain final power for every X bleed on the main target. At X plus corpus ingredient count, consume up to Y count to gain more final power, deal more damage based on the number on the count consumed. At X plus ingredient count consumed, probably, gain attack weight and convert all coins of the skill into unbreakable. Okay. First coin inflicts bleed, second coin inflicts bind next turn and gives haste next turn. Third coin inflicts damage down next turn but gives slash damage up to her next turn. Okay. And fourth coin is the same fucking thing. So I think this is her normal defense for the cool state. Yeah. When she's in her cool state, she can use her evade, which gives her assist defense next turn. On evade, inflict bind to get against the attacker for next turn, and and also gain haste next turn. Now for her clashable counter of an assist skill, or assist defense. Let's see. It is a 2-coin /lust skill that there's our coin power. The exclusive singular coin power conditional in the entire kit is on a clashable counter. Deals more damage based on the number of effects on target. Gains coin power based on bleed on the target. Add X plus corpus ingredient. Consume the corpus ingredient to gain clash power and convert the final coin into unbreakable. First coin, inflict bleed count. Yeah. Second coin, inflict bleed potency. Now let's see her passives. Passive 1. Upon entering the encounter, gains corpus ingredient based on the number of ring allies on the field. At the end of her skill, if she's dealt damage with it, then she gains corpus ingredient count. Probably 1. If target is killed, gain additional corpus ingredient count. Gain corpus ingredient. It's charge! It's just charge. She's a charge ID. Fuck. Anyway, if the above effect brings her corpus ingredient to Y or higher, then gain artwork fascia. Base attacks. Also, all her skills that deal damage will count as skills that gain charge count. Great. So for all intents and purposes, she is a charge identity as well as a bleed identity. Probably bleed first, but, charge is there. Let's see, upon entering the field, enter the fight, gain the Iron Maiden thing, yeah. If she has artwork fascia, at the end of a turn, if she has fascia, then she goes into the cool state. When staggered, recover from stagger. Passive. This is the one that requires resources. Double the amount of speed, clash power, and damage buff gained from somatic frisson inspiring melody. What? Huh? What's this? I don't remember seeing this. What? Anyway, on hit, if the attack skill inflicted a negative effect, heal SP, and then if her SP is at max, gain slash damage up instead. Her support passive is Spikes. One ally that equipped defense skill inflict bleed on the attacker. So when they're hit, good for Priest Gregor, then inflict bleed or bleed count if hit. That is actually fairly good of a support passive. For bleed, that is. He's just as bad. Why is he just as bad? That's a 5-coin skill. Fuck. Okay. Indiscriminate. Why is this picture so low quality? Anyway, skill 1. Deal more damage based on the number of negative effects on the target, and gain final power based on the bleed on the target. First coin inflicts bleed, second coin inflicts defense level down and gives him defense level up. First skill is a 2-coin pride slash skill. Second skill is a 3-coin envy slash skill that gains more damage for negative effects, gain final power for negative effects on the target. At X plus corpus ingredient count, consume Y corpus ingredient count to gain the following effects. Gain clash power, convert the final coin on the skill to unbreakable coin. First coin, inflict bleed count. Second coin, inflict bind, gain haste. Third coin, gain corpus ingredient count. And also, if target has X plus types of negative effects, use installation art. Number 3, improvised rib cage. This one. So he has follow-ups. Okay. So I guess we should look at his skill 2-2, which is a 2-coin envy pierce skill, which is unclashable, does not trigger defense skills, consume X corpus ingredient count, on hit inflict bleed, Second hit, deal more damage based on the number of negative effects. Then deal SP damage, heal SP for self, inflict corpus theater. Third skill is a 4-coin lust / skill. Let's see. Deal more damage based on the number of excess attack weight. Okay. Final power based on the bleed. Okay. Add X plus corpus ingredient count. Consume up to Y corpus ingredient count to gain the following effects. Final power. More damage based on the corpus ingredient consumed. So, at X plus... Okay, sorry. At X plus potency, gain... Yeah. At X plus corpus ingredient potency, gain Y attack weight. So probably like 1 or 2. Convert all coin into unbreakable coin. Alright, skill, or first coin, inflict bleed. Actually, this is literally just the same thing as Faust's S3-2. Literally just the same thing. Let's see, we will come back to his extra skills. Let's see, his defense is an evade, gain bind and haste, assist defense. What's his assist defense do? It's the same fucking thing. There's that coin power again. Let's see his passives. There's this thing again, but it's not mentioned here. Oh well. First passive. When he enters the fight, gain corpus ingredient based on the number of ring allies on the field. At the end of a skill, if the skill dealt damage, then gain corpus. Count, of course. If target killed, then gain additional count. Gain potency based on the number every time he consumes count. If it brings his potency up to X or higher, then gain artwork tibia. Okay. Oh, I didn't go over Faust's. Right. Shit. I will go over those now, actually. Sorry. I know this is a little chaotic. Corpus ingredient, literally just charge. Iron Maiden. So Faust's first state. Gain aggro to the leftmost slot. Turn start. Gain protection, defense level up, and shield HP equal to X% of the unit's current HP. When hit by the last coin of an attacker, deal pierce damage equal to X% of damage dealt, and then inflict bleed count. Flow state gives min-max speed. Flow state gives min-max speed, the cool skills, and more damage when enemy slow. Artwork fascia. Let's see. Apply the following effects to this unit's base attack skills and clashable counter based on the corpus ingredient potency. X plus, gain base power. Y plus, if enemy has bleed or unique bleed, deal more damage. At Z plus, inflict more bleed potency and count. N plus, gain more base power. And of course, the first and inspiring melody, min-max speed, and more clash power, as well as more damage. Alright, let's go back to Honglu. The final part of his first passive is base attack skills, and also all the skills count as skills that gain charge. Great. Okay, first passive. When he enters the fight, gain this. So gain tableau view. When a ring factioned ally uses so when an ally from that is of the ring uses a skill, then he loses an amount of the tableau. At turn end, if he does not have the tableau, then replace one of his base attack skills with Closing Time, Installation Art number 1, Flesh and Bones as the gallery seats. At next turn start. Okay. If the replaced skill becomes inaccessible to your being replaced by a different skill, activate again. At turn end, if he was staggered while under this effect, recover from stagger. Let's see what skill that one is. Okay, that is his skill 3-2, the 5 coin, which is a 5 coin unbreakable lust/skill. Deals more damage based on the excess attack weight. When attacking just one target, deal even more damage. At X plus corpus ingredient count, consume up to Y corpus ingredient count, and gain more final power, more damage, then more attack weight based on the number if at high enough potency. For all ring identities, heal SP and apply somatic frizzing. Okay, so this is the only way he applies that, but it doesn't seem to ever expire. Okay. First coin, inflict bleed potency. Second coin, inflict bind next turn and gain haste next turn. Third coin, inflict damage down and gain slash damage up next turn. Fourth coin, inflict bleed count. Fifth coin is odd. Fifth coin, deal more damage based on the number of negative effects, and inflict burn as well as corpus theater. No! Sorry, that's my cat. My cat is being, well, a bit pushy today. Let's see what his resource passive is. Before Faust uses skill 3, then he follows up with his skill 1 on her. Okay, we'll have to see what that does. On hit, if attack skill had inflicted negative effect, heal SP. If his SP is at max, then gain slash damage up next turn instead. Let's check his let's check that last skill. This one. 1 coin / pride skill, which is indiscriminate, does not trigger defense skill, cannot be reused, and attack does not hit. Unused apply offense level up on target. Okay. So just free offense level up, I think. Let's see his support passive. Turn end, inflict offense level down and bleed next turn on one enemy with the fastest speed. Huh. I think that's new, actually. I think we've never seen this conditional of on one enemy. Anyway, now for effects. Tableau is if Faust is on the field, gain protection. Oh wait, can he never regain this? Oh, because he never regains that, he just has permanent S3-2, I think. That is a little strong. Anyway, Corpse Theater. When unit gains bleed, gain X of the following effects, and then lose Y stack of the effect of Corpus. Potency. Bind, defense level down. As for Tibia, it's the same thing as Faust's. Oh, but at W plus Corpus ingredient potency, gain more base power. So at X plus Corpus ingredient potency, all of his attack skills gain base power. At Y plus potency, they deal more damage if the enemy has bleed. At Z plus potency, just inflict more bleed and bleed count. And at N plus as well as W plus, then gain more base power. No. As we can see, Somatic Frisson Inspiring Melody, which is from his skill -2, or 3-2, it gives min and max speed, as well as more cost power and deal more damage. Jesus Christ. So both of them are broken. No coin power, and they're still broken. Anyway, thank you for watching. Goodbye.